Bro. Hi guys, my name is Catherine and welcome to my channel, The Words of Catherine. And today we'll be doing a wrap-up of the months of April, May and June, because I did not read a lot of books in those 3 months, so I thought to just throw them into one video and tell you which books I read in the months of April, May and June. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I read in the month of April, and I actually started it in March, but I did not have a lot of time because this was a very tough school year. But yeah, now it's summer, so that is not a problem of mine for a while now. And the first book I read is, oh my god, everybody clap your hands, Restore Me by Tahereh Mafi. I love Shatter Me. For those of you who do not know it, and when Restore Me came out, I had multiple cry sessions because I just love this author and this story and these characters so very much. So the first book I read in April was Restore Me by Tahereh Mafi, and I gave this book 4 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. Yeah. The next book I read in April is a young adult classic, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling, and I freaking love this book. I think I gave it 4.5, 5 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, and there is not much to say about Harry Potter, much less than it's frigging awesome. And that was the second book I read in April, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. The third book I read in April is Quidditch Through the Ages by Kenilworthy Wisp. I like this book, but not as much as I thought I would. I think I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, and it was just a very quick and fun read. So yeah, that is that. The third book I read in April. The fourth and last book I read in April was Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor. I gave this book 3.5 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. If you want to know what I thought of this book, I will link my book talk on it down below. And yeah, that was the fourth and last book I read in April, Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor. Then we have come to the month of May. The one and only book I read this month was a picture over here, Bind by Ferdinand Bordewijk. I had to read it for my Dutch class. It's like a Dutch classic, like one of the canon literature authors of the Dutch literature. Yeah, I think that's that, yeah. I did not like it as much as the other books I had to read this year for my Dutch class, but it was the only book I read in May because exams were coming up, and yeah. So that was the last book and the first book I read in May. Bind by Ferdinand Bordewijk. Then we have come to the month of June. The first book I read was Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs, and actually also Millard Nullings, and this book was such a fun read to read because all the Tales of the Peculiar were just so much fun to read and like to reread stories we heard about in the Miss Peregrine series over here. It was a very fun read. I think I gave it 3.5/4 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. I really liked it. Quick, fun reads. Yeah, that was my first book of June, Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs, and also Millard Nullings. Yeah. Then the last book I read in June, and the second book, is a book I love very much. It's a series I love very much, even though I've only watched the movies, and I'm currently busy on actually reading the whole series. And that book is Twilight by Stephenie Meyer, and I love this book so incredibly much. I read it in one single day, 500 pages in one single day, folks. Like, I felt so at ease. The writing is so much fun, actually. I don't know what some people get their panties into a twist of, because I really liked this book. And if you don't like it, that's also okay. If you like it, that's also okay. And I, as a person, just really liked it. And that was the second book I read in June, Twilight by Stephenie Meyer, and also the last book. So yeah, that's that. I hope I can soon continue the rest of the series, because I'm now reading The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. So you guys, that was my April, May, June wrap-up of 2018. I hope you liked it. I hope you might subscribe, leave a comment on what books you read or are planning to read, and if you've read any of these, tell me in the comments and what did you think of them. So you guys, I will hope to see you at my next video. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.